knowing how to mitigate.
How
those
much
risks
hair
so
grease
the
do
American
these?
people can rest
They all
assured. Their commander
they
in
all
chief
have the
is well
same
aware of
hair grease,
who's
and
talking
then
to who
they comb it
and
back.
anything
They're like,
that shouldn't be happening, whether it's in public or back.
God, the whole how they all have the same and lose tons of gel.
They have so
Like,
much gel in their hair. It's like if you lit a match, they go.
the whole White House will blow up.
What's wrong with you people? Just stop, please, please, just go away.
You have your own party. Stay in it.
every word out of his mouth is melodramatic nonsense. I've come to find.
It doesn't matter. We're gonna tell the people anyway. Who cares?
Definition of sex offense, not on the list.
And here we are in the Gulag, and it's what we're
What the fuck?
Another war and another episode of the Gulag.
Hey,
Here we go.
I have a theory.
What, you think that episode 5 will be the war with Cuba?
Well, we are at war with Cuba too, kinda. And Ecuador. We're in Ecuador.
Oh yeah,
too.
I just saw that they're getting bombed. I don't even know why they're getting bombed.
So I'm assuming because Iran, it's all about the oil and the Strait of Hormuz.
Mm-hmm.
So I was assuming maybe their oil had COVID too, but I'm not sure what Ecuador has because I don't think they have a lot of oil.
Yeah, what the like? They got nice palm trees down there. It looks like
Palm kernel oil.
palm oil. Do you think that's what's
Yes.
up? I heard that was a big thing down there. It's always oil. Like we need olive oil. Like let's just take grease for that.
I was gonna say coconut oil, but
Coconut
we already
oil. You got Hawaii for that. Yeah.
Well, yeah, we already stole those people's so we don't need to do that. I mean, we say oil, right? And it is oil. Oil is huge in this, right? Because especially with America, we are the petrodollar. But
Yeah.
then they get into the whole. It's for Israel, and Israel in 1948 we gave them the homeland, which has that special building on it. And because I don't believe in any of these religions, I don't care about the special building. But there's the special building, right? And the Christians love the special building because it's in their special book. And the Jewish people like the building because it's in their special book. And then the
It's the special book of the special building.
had the special building because they had the special building and it was in their book. So it's all the same special building that they're all fighting over in this one little spot. But right now, the people who have the special building hate all the other people and need all the other people gone. And somehow it's our problem that that's happening because I don't give a shit. I'm pagan. I don't care about none of your special building, and I don't want to go to war for your special building, and I don't want to go to war for oil. Yeah, and it's not just the building. Don't forget, there's the wall, and you gotta kiss the wall, and you gotta put the little piece of paper in the wall, and I'm sorry if I offend anybody out there, kinda. I don't mean to offend people, but this is how people that don't believe in that think about this.
Exactly.
Wall.
It's
a fucking
offending
building.
us.
All of you were fighting over that building, and all those little girls and all those people are just collateral damage for the special building.
We're gonna turn it all into craters, and then we're gonna be like, "Oh, god damn it, guys! We just blew it all up. Now it looks like shit, just like our souls."
Just don't blow shit up. See, it's that simple. They
We
could just
solved
all.
it.
They would just if they would just bomb the entire special building, then would we be done with this?
You know what? That's what. That's the idea creeping in my head sometimes. It's just like, what if it was just
That's
not
it.
there anymore? Then you have nothing. It's like a parent taking the toy from all the kids that can't get along. It's like, okay, you
We
guys
are
can't
putting
share
your
the
special
toy?
building up on top of the refrigerator. And when you guys can get along, I will take your special building off the top of the refrigerator and let you use it again.
I get adequate food and adequate clothing and medical care when I require it. Well, I don't know what is happening, but whatever the position of my government is, I support it fully.
How's the audio
Thank
on
you.
this? Is this good enough?
Mr.
High
President,
enough?
you've said the war is, quote, very complete, but
I
the
can hear it.
defense secretary says this is just the beginning. So which is it, and how long should Americans be
Well, I
prepared
think
for
you could
this war
say
to
it
last
both.
for?
It's the beginning of building a new country. but they have no Navy, they have no Air Force, they have no anti-aircraft equipment. It's all been blown up. They have no radar, they have no telecommunications, and they have no leadership. It's all gone. So, you know, you can.
And
look
they
at
still
that
have a will to
statement.
continue on and keep fighting
we could
you.
call it a tremendous success right now as we leave here. I could call it.
This is what you call
or
it
we could
delusion.
go further, and we're going to go further.
Please
No,
stop
no
now.
one is
Call it a
defending Iran's
success and
leadership, But I
leave.
think the question is, if you can't clearly articulate why this started, how do you tell people how it's ending?
How do you not clearly articulate how it started? 1983, 1989, 1980.
We've been at war
I
with
don't-
Japan
I don't
for
agree
80
with anything Republicans say. We
years.
should vote for Donald Trump because he's going to go to war with Iran for those reasons. I mean, the president actually ran on not going to war with Iran.
So every single policy decision the president makes has to be the centerpiece of a campaign speech. I think.
Well, I think if you say you're not going to
Yes!
do something and then you do
That's
it,
the whole fucking
the
point!
president's big allies are saying they're pretty worried about what's actually happening in Iran right now.
Well, I think the reality is America first foreign policy means we're going to stop sending tens and hundreds of billions of dollars to countries that want to kill us.
You
We're
said
gonna
that
stop
to
the
Israel
Iranians
after the
from
USS
murders of
Liberty
people all the
incident.
time, keep doing it. So at what
Sorry, I
point
keep
is
getting
enough?
distracted
At
by
what
his
point
hair.
is
I want to
it
like lick
say,
my finger
you
in
are
it.
no longer allowed to fire on our ships. You're no longer allowed to start wars in Israel, slaughter 1,200 people.
How does
in
one
a
do
day.
their hair like
I'm
that?
going to
Just
talk
like
about the war with Iran today.
The policy
Does this
towards
look
Iran
good,
for the last
honey?
46
Does
years
this look
essentially
like
has
a
been,
good
we're gonna
Warhawk
keep giving you
haircut?
money. Just please be nice to us and stop killing people. And it hasn't worked very well at knowing how to mitigate.
How
those
much
risks
hair
so-
grease
so
do
American
these?
people can rest
They all.
assured, their commander
They
in
all
chief
have the
is well
same
aware of
hair grease,
who's
and
talking
then
to who,
they comb it
and
back.
anything
They're like,
that shouldn't be happening, whether it's in public or back channeled.
Oh, dude, pause this for a second.
Confronted strongly.
You could clip this out. How they all have the same and lose tons of gel.
They have so
Like,
much gel in their hair. It's like if you lit a match, they go.
The whole White House will blow up. Now that got me on another thing, and you could cut all this out if you want to. But so that reminded me of the little show that my nieces used to watch. It was the Barbie. We had to watch this a million times. It was the Barbie glitter shortage movie. I don't remember what it was called, but there was a glitter shortage in Barbie Land, and then there was like they did like a dun 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 emergency breaking news, and the newscaster was like, "This is worse than the hair gel shortage of blah blah year." They're gonna cause that, and Barbie's gonna need to make another movie about it.
Oh my god!
But anyway,
I get why they need the oil so much for their hair.
They need the oil for their hair.
Oh my god, these dots are connecting in a way they have
Solved it.
never connected before.
We have solved it. But the other thing here is, I was looking at a thing. Did you know that cult leader makes them wear shoes, like certain shoes? He buys them shoes. That was something new that came out. I know it has nothing to do with Iran, but it's like the cult leader that makes them do all their hairs like this. And they're all like, he's a Fox News dude. He does his makeup and all the things all the time, every day. That's why he fired some reporters and shit because they took bad angles. But anyway, no. They buys them shoes, like Marco and all of them. And apparently you really need to look at their shoes when they're doing things. He makes them all wear the same shoes. Like the one dude had Louis Vuittons apparently, and he had to like quit wearing his fancy ass Louis Vuittons, my bad, for these whatever kind of shoes that Trump keeps ordering for them and making them wear. So he probably makes them all do their hairs the right way. They all gotta look good.
God. You wear the shoes or you get the shoe. Just like Christy did.
Yeah, she didn't wear the shoes. Now look at her.
Now she's the shield envoy for the Americas.
Oh my gosh. All right.
The American people. All of this, but the only ones that need to be worried right now are Iranians that think they're going to live.
Bombarded by the terrorists.
Did he just say he was going to kill everybody in the country of Iran?
See the difference.
That's kind of a pretty big Freudian slip, if you ask me. Oh, yeah, there's the President of America right there. There we go.
Finally, we honor one more American soldier, a fallen warrior of wars, and really, terror. Staff Sergeant.
There has to be an age limit for president, people. That's something we need. We need to do it. Let's do it.
Isn't that a betrayal of
Will
the
I
people?
help them? I'd like to, if they can behave. but they've been very menacing. You know, they're great people. They have an amazing population. It's amazing, smart, brilliant, energetic. They have a great plan.
And it's
I'd
on
love to
fire
help
right
them,
now
but they have to be in a
you.
system that allows them to be helped.
Yesterday, you told us that
They didn't behave, so we not only just took their toy, put it on the fridge, we blew up the whole fridge.
You need to behave and respect our version of the special building, okay? Or we're gonna kill you! What part don't you understand? It's so simple!
Wait a minute!
There absolutely was an imminent threat, and the imminent threat was that we knew that if Iran was attacked, and we believed they would be attacked, that we knew that if Iran was attacked, and we believed they would be attacked, that they would immediately come after us.
No,
were you the one that
because you
see?
see.
Said, did we go in because of Israel? And I said, you were asking me that, you that follow-up, and I said, no. I told you this had to happen anyway. The president made a decision. And
bro, we've got recordings, we've got the internet. You can't tell us what we heard. You can't gaslight us like this anymore.
Behind its ability to conduct these attacks. That decision had been made. The president systematically made a decision to systematically destroy this terroristic capability that they had, and we carried that out. I was very clear on that answer. This was a question of timing, of why this had to happen.
We obliterated it, but the 2 weeks is still on that have been on since I was a kid.
Oh wow, that's loud. That's like thunder. Turn that down a little bit. Way to go, Marco Rubio. You convinced Donald Trump to go to war with Iran. Congratulations, Florida boy. You did it. You did it.
Right. Because we obliterated their nukes, but then they have the same 2 weeks that they've had for 2 weeks for my almost lifetime.
And they were literally saying, leading up to this, all on X, all on Facebook, the Iranian people are rising up and we need to help them. And we need to blow up their leaders. And now, we're indiscriminately blowing the shit up the hell out of Iran.
Right, which is pissed off. You know those people that are pissed off at the government? Now they're pissed off at us.
This reminds me of the Battle of Bull Run in the Civil War, where the first battle was happening. People like rolled up with their picnics and chilled out on like the hillside watching the battle take place below them, and people getting blown the hell up and cheering on their team. It's happening again!
But I do believe there has been a coup, and it's been taken over. And if I want to, I want to just put the date in my mind. And anybody could pick probably any date.
People have been loving this since the first Iraq War.
1963.
That was the first war that had 24-hour news coverage. Pause that again for a minute.
20 years of not having.
Pause that again for a minute. So my kid was like 2, and we didn't have cable. I was too poor for cable, right? So we didn't have the 24-hour news. That was new. But my babysitter, I would go pick him up and we would smoke a joint. And we're sitting there smoking a joint. We'd be sitting there going, oh my God, they bombed Iraq. And I would sit there and get mesmerized by like literally watching the bombs. Like in no other war did we like literally watch the bombs in real time, the Scud missiles, boom, 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 boom. And that was just crazy. And it hurt my heart to watch it. But other people, like you said, were just cheering it on. They're like, oh, yeah, turn the Middle East to glass and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And now people, like you said, so we've done that since the early 90s. And it's like, that's what people expect. They love to watch it. They love to watch the bombs, and they hope there are bombs.
But Dana, why would we build all the bombs and make them if we're not going to use them? We have to use them.
And we've been needing to do this forever because the Middle East is so horrible. Well, I did not notice the Middle East putting freaking air bases all around the United States of America. We are the terrorists. We are the terrorists, and we have been the terrorists since 1958 when we decided we needed their Holy Land and their oil and whatever the heck else we need there. Oh, wait, no, Gaza, we need that because we need to have Trump entertainment land. Anywho, I just needed to get that rant
Apparently, though, we don't have any more bases now. They all got blown up. So,
I mean, I hate to sound like a traitor to America, but, don't put your shit somewhere that somebody can blow them up.
You know, maybe they did us a favor. Now we can just leave. We don't need to spend money on the bases no more.
Like, whatever, we don't got bases anymore.
You know, sometimes when you fuck up, you just gotta cut your losses and just get out of there and, you know, write a book about how you fucked up, like Hillary Clinton did.
And all we did, yeah. And all they did, because he's not just their supreme leader, he's like their Jerry Falwell. He's their religious leader, too. So it's like, so that's what made them hate us.
Yeah.
Like, they were hating their government. They were hating them. And then now they're like, oh, my God, even though we hate the government, he's still our dude. We just wanted to argue with him and maybe not get shot. And then now you guys just blew up half our shit and blew him up. And, you know, that blowback that Ron Paul was talking about, like we talked to Ron Paul. Don't know if he was talking about it, but this is that blowback. Now they hate us. So we're going to help you protest. Now we're going to bomb you and your children. But somehow you're still supposed to be on our side. And they're like, oh, we took out all the leaders. No, you didn't. You might have wounded his son, but his son's worse than him. And now he's the new supreme leader, and he's pissed. You killed his dad. You gave him...
And his wife. And his wife. It's like, okay.
Oh, I didn't even catch the wife.
Yeah, they killed his wife and his dad.
They're trying to warn California. Oh, you're going to be bombed.
Oh, my gosh.
No, sweetie. No, sweetie. First of all, look at a map and figure out exactly where all these places are located. If they got a bomb that's going to reach all the way to America, they aren't wasting it on California. They don't give a shit about California. They're bombing Mar-a-Lago, and they're bombing freaking D.C. They ain't bombing California. They have no care about California. None. But that's more, you know, propaganda. Like, you know, we're getting propaganda every time we turn on the TV. They don't care about Florida. Fuck the FBI. FBI. I wrote this on one of my friends' things today because they're like, oh my God, why would they do California? Because she was saying the same thing. She's like, it'd be Mar-a-Lago or DC. And I was like, dude, 5-year-olds playing a game of Risk could do better.
And maybe Iran will drain the swamp. Okay. Oh my God, I'm never getting out of here after saying that. I shouldn't have said that.
A clear objective. And
we could pull up our special building. Yep, we're both in. Roll board. We already got. Yeah.
I just got 20 more years to my sentence just now to the mines.
We might be getting hung.
Shit.
The president has clearly defined what he wants to accomplish.
And our immense love and eternal gratitude to the families of the fallen. And sadly, there will likely be more. Before it ends, that's the way it is.
Yeah, and you know what else was the way it is? The way Mussolini got taken down. That was the way it is.
Oh, here's our real president.
Do you think if America got invaded that Israel would even fuck us? No, they'd be like, we're way over here across the world, buddy. How can we help you? Good luck. Might even trade with the dude trying to invade you. Look at that hair gel, though. You can't trust people with that much hair gel.
That very sensitive intelligence that we had.
That should be the new election qualifier.
So this is what
rate the candidates on how much hair gel they got.
Commander-in-Chief of our armed forces.
Here's our song again. Imagine all the
as you know, under our system, there are timetables that are involved here, but I think the idea.
There's no timetables. You guys are winging it.
Vote right now.
And have no friends.
It will be forced to the floor. But the idea that we would take the ability of our
I'm surprised he actually knows what's going
on. The idea that we would follow the Constitution?
A frightening prospect to me. It's dangerous.
Usually that guy goes up to the microphone and has like legitimately no idea what the hell's going on. Like, I don't know. I didn't hear that. I'm so busy doing my job.
He just brought up the sanctions. We somehow have the ability to tell everyone how they can sell their own shit. And that is exactly why Japan bombed us at Pearl Harbor, because they were sick of us saying you can't sell your shit.
Yeah.
Sanctions.
So it's not up to Iran, but it's up to international community.
So we started the war with their sanctions. We started the war saying you can't have nukes, but we can have nukes.
Well, they should just keep their mouths shut and keep delivering the hair gel to the White House.
Yeah. They were protesting, now they're united.
Yeah.
Next. Moms do that.
I remember in Iraq, like the Dixie Chicks were like, I don't know about this war, guys. And then in every country station and everything, just like, Dixie Chicks are dead to us. Ah, red, white, blue. Woo!
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't into the whole Charlie Kirk assassination conspiracy theory stuff, but now that we know he was on the White House hotline advocating against the war in Iran, and then he gets shot, and now we're at war with Iran, it kind of like makes you think.
Killed scores of children. Tonight, a CNN analysis of that attack reveals evidence suggesting that the United States military was likely responsible for it.
This was the first attack. Like, the first thing we did was
was
blow up a fucking school.
Says it's still under investigation. But this was the scene at the school just after the strikes 1 week ago, nearly.
And it was double tap. They hit it twice. They hit it again 40 minutes later.
Health officials.
Did you hear the dude from one of our Congress creatures said that at least they won't have to grow up and wear a hijab?
Oh my God! Who said that? Wasn't that Andy Fine, dude?
Assessment of munitions.
I can't remember his name.
Suggests that this school was hit around the same time that an attack that American forces had launched on a neighboring Iranian naval base.
Yeah, search
This
that up.
satellite image shows several Revolutionary Guard buildings near the all-girls school. You can see how close they are. In red, you can see the craters.
So all the neocons out there who keep saying, well, they shouldn't have schools next to their military base. We have schools next to our military bases. Every single one's got a school. Yeah. Like, we're doing the same thing. So, like, is that a legitimate military target too here? Wake the fuck up, people. Oh, yeah, and now we're just sinking Iranian boats that are unarmed and then letting the sailors drown on the world stage in front of everybody to see what we're doing. And it's like, that's blowback gonna come back. Our ships are gonna get sunk. And then our sailors are going to be left to drown.
Yeah. If I had kids in a military school base, I wouldn't be on a military base. I would like leave my husband. I'd be like, dude, we're leaving you. Sorry, we're getting off the base. Kids ain't going to school. This is bullshit. We're going to move to California where they're not going to bomb and put our kids in that school. No, so it was not a congressman. My bad. I will admit when I'm wrong. It was CPAC, which makes it even just as interesting. Matt Schlepp.
Mike Schlepp.
CPAC is like the CPAC. So like Trump's people. So and Trump speaks there every year. So it's a CPAC chairman, Matt Schlapp. And Matt Schlapp said,
fucking douche.
At least now that they're dead, now that we killed them, they don't have to wake up and wear headgear or grow up and wear headgear. Fuck you, dude.
Yeah, I know. I'm just like,
you're gonna have to bleep that out of your
you I can right now.
Yeah.
It's at the center of the structures, including the school, and what experts say look like precision strikes. A wall.
And they're like, I remember when Trump asked this CNN journalist, like, why don't you ever smile? I don't know. Maybe because every time she reports something, you're murdering people, and it's sad. Why the f would she be smiling?
Officials have told reporters.
Yeah, you know that part of the on the Princess Bride where they say, you know, that you keep saying that word, but I don't think you know what that word is.
Yeah, you can see.
He keeps wanting the Peace Prize, but I don't think he knows what that word means. Somebody needs to make that freaking meme. Oh God, it's my favorite bitch.
If we just blow everybody up in the whole planet, we'll finally have peace. That's what the Board of Peace is about.
What the administration knows, what you know now about
Look at him laughing.
Strike on a girls' school in.
He knows he blew up 200 kids with the Tomahawk missile, and he came into this press conference laughing.
Never target civilian targets.
We will, though, if it means getting more hair gel for the White House staff.
Blackout in Iran has made it very difficult for our teams to examine weapons fragments that are left at the scene for further evidence of responsibility.
You know what? At least you're going to do something.
Military
Pick up your toys when you're
investigators
done.
also believe it is likely U.S. forces were behind that strike.
And we may have casualties. That often happens in war.
I don't know if this is technically a war.
We didn't start this war, but under President Trump, we are finishing it.
This isn't a war. We haven't declared war.
The Secretary of Defense, who calls himself the Secretary of War, said today this is a war.
These guys
We set the terms of this war from start to finish.
All this shit they said about Biden, and they're all just as incoherent as Biden.
War is hell, and always will be.
Strategic strikes are not war.
Yes, they are. Bitch.
I guess they're the Congress
The
people.
one dude, he didn't need hair gel, but he still needed a little oil to oil up his
they
head.
would have had to have done their job beforehand to authorize this. But it does seem like we're in a war.
Nope. Mr. Trump said we're not at war, and
I don't know what kind of fumes are coming off their hair gel, but they blew up a foreign leader, and somehow they don't think that was an act of war.
no, because the government said we're not, so they never lie.
Yes, we blew up a school, but that was a precision strike. Do you see the difference?
But like, look at all this billions of dollars we spent on this shit, and it's not even working.
Well, because, okay, another fun fact, those freaking drones they make are only like 20 grand. Every time we bomb them, it's like $1 million. Like, Tomahawks are really expensive. Yeah, so we're shooting them with Gucci, and they're cutting us back with Walmart.
You just shot 2 missiles at the thing, and neither of them took it down, and that was $8 million. Good job, Lockheed Martin.
And I was wrong. I did my math wrong. I said they're shooting us with Gucci, and we're shooting them with Walmart. No, they're shooting us with Gucci, and we're shooting them with Temu. Clearance.
The Constitution is clear. Article 1, Section 8, Clause 11 of our Constitution provides Congress initiatory
Magical parchment. They stop everything.
Article 2, Section 2, Clause 1 of our Constitution gives the president operational powers of war to wage that war. Even if this
strikes.
Were to pretend that the 1973
Right, because the magical parchment, if you hold them up, they stop the president from doing.
The president still has not met the
conditions required by
that law itself. Why are we going to war with Iran? We
Because
owe our
the
military
magical
service
parchments
members
don't mean
a
shit.
clear mission. And American families in my district want to know how this is going to help them pay for groceries.
I don't get why the special parchment has no mechanism in it to arrest the president of the United States when he's fucked up and not following the Constitution. The president is like literally the most dangerous person in America who absolutely needs a check there.
They kind of do. It's, what is it, Article 30? Whatever it
will not stabilize the region.
Article 35. It's the clause where when he's fucking up, we can stop him from fucking up.
30 military operations since the War Powers Act without congressional approval. This
really
idea
hate Lindsey
that
Graham so
somehow
much.
Trump is the bad guy needs to
Man,
stop.
makes me wonder.
You have all the authority in the world to do these operations.
Iran empathize with Americans who are exhausted after 25 years of
You do not empathize with us. Shut the fuck up.
You don't even know what the word empathy means, you eyeliner wearing twit. The only people that are allowed to wear eyeliner are cool people. The rockers, the two little gay dudes, not you. Your couch does not care if you have eyeliner on when you're fucking.
their nuclear program.
Oh shit, sorry.
Now work to permanently dismantle that nuclear program over the
That just popped out.
That is what the president has set out to do. Simple question. Iran can't have a nuclear. Mr. President.
Did the United States bomb a girls' elementary school in southern Iran on the first day of the war and kill 175 people?
In my opinion, based on what I've seen, that was done by Iran.
Is that true, Mr. Nixon? It was Iran who did that? We're certainly investigating.
Yeah, the school. Yeah, you remember that? They were trying to say Iran did that.
Targets, civilians, is Iran.
Can you imagine how absolutely idiotic you have to be to believe that Iran blew up their own kids?
Their most precious people, children. Everybody thinks children are their most precious.
Iran didn't even start retaliating with missile strikes until like in 45 minutes after the school was already blown up. So it's like, how would they know they were gonna get blown up to retaliate to false flag their school? Like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
They did not. You lying son of a bitch. We can't believe anything out of this administration. They need to be rooted out.
Yeah, like, and people work at this plant. People live by this plant. Right there. Yeah. Yeah, we're targeting military things. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we can't have the oil for our hair gel, nobody can, and we don't give a about those people that fight them at work, or these refineries have around the clock workers.
Yeah.
Well, why are you defending yourself? It's more of an attack if you don't let America destroy you with impunity.
Yeah. America's just supposed to bomb you because, somehow you were going to bomb them first, so they had to bomb you first. And you're just, supposed to take the bombs. Take the bomb.
This line of logic should be highly concerning to the entire world community. If Donald Trump thinks you're going to nuke America randomly one day, he is going to nuke you first. Just like that Stanley Kubrick movie, Dr. Strangelove. If Marco Rubio and Lindsey Graham get past his tiny little hands into his tiny little head and start creeping in there and start saying, China's got nukes aimed at us right now, Mr. President, and Russia. We're doomed. World Armageddon happening.
Canada's looking hot right now.
Third World War.
Looking hot as fuck.
I can tell you.
Did we not just invade? We are not invading. Are you seeing boots on the ground there? Because I'm not. And I've been told directly by the State Department and the White House that that's not the intention.
I mean, we just killed the leader of the country. That's not okay.
Targeting strategic military strikes and invasions are two totally different things, according to military
terminology. They're calling it a war. The president has called it a war.
And targeted airstrikes.
Strategic strikes.
Yeah.
And to the White House, and I just talked to them and talked to the Secretary of State. Strategic strikes.
She's got
are not
palm
war.
oil all over her.
Really?
I can see it.
So if someone
Well, that's
bombed
what
America,
Do you see boots on the ground?
My honest guidance to those young men.
She's like, I don't got no Native American in me. I need those Native American
cheeks. If you're worried about the world spinning out of control, if you're worried about a military draft, if you're worried about, God forbid, a world war, the best way to prevent it is to vote for Donald Trump. I really believe that.
This multi-year strategy counters Iran, which seemingly is trying to flood the zone with
I need to switch to whiskey for that one.
I know.
Drones until the Gulf.
But like right now, we have done the thing where like, how you're supposed to not put all your shit in one basket? We are putting all our shit in one basket.
But this is
the
people of Iran.
This is not the basket to put our shit in.
Hot right now.
There's not even a bottom in this basket. We're putting shit in the basket, and then it's just falling out the hole. It's going down a fucking whirlpool, and it's just gone forever.
Yeah, I don't know how far Canada is for you. I don't know how far Canada is for you, but it is like an hour and a half north of me. Just if I can get across the bridge, the Mackinac Bridge, and I can get to the UP, it's like an hour and a half to the Sioux, and there is a bridge right there. I could swim across the St. Mary's. Like I could literally swim across the St. Mary's River and be in Canada, and I'll be able. It'll be fine.
Well, Canada's got oil too, so they might need to dip into the Canadian reserves involuntarily to make sure the White House is taken care of.
Well, then you keep walking until you get to Newfoundland.
I have seen no imminent threat. And even people within the administration have denied that there's an imminent threat.
To me, an imminent threat means Hannibal Barca just crossed the Alps and he's in your backyard and he's recruiting people into his army and he's fomenting rebellion and he's literally bribing your politicians and burning down your villages and slaughtering your troops all over the place, and like there's an existential threat. You might not exist. And these guys are like a minor inconvenience to me is an imminent threat to us all.
On infrastructure, non-military.
Us to also open the door to other strikes.
Look, allegation did the U.S. hit Iran?
They are among the most evil people ever on earth. They cut babies' heads off. They chop women in half. What they did, take a look at October 7th. Take a look at what they've done over the last 47 years.
October 7th was an Iranian dumb fuck. That was Gaza.
Yeah. Plant other than to say, if they're complaining about a desalinization plant, we complain about the fact that they should be chopping babies' heads off, okay?
Our propaganda went from Iranians are freedom-loving fighters gonna go take back their government from these tyrants, too. Iranians are chopping babies' heads off and cutting women in half. Ah!
Because the day changed.
This is just straight up 1984 shit. It's like, we've always been at war with Iran. For 47 years, we've been at war with Iran.
1958 was America's first coup in Iran where we changed shit. Then we did it again in the 70s, then we did it again in the 80s, and that's part of war. That's called covert ops, boys and girls.
It's so frustrating because if there were people in Iran who are willing to overtake their government, that's over now. Way over. Now it's all against America.
Go team. Okay, so it's really fun. And I'm pointing at the map here. Okay, so yeah, the Strait of Hormuz. So our idiot said, just be brave and go through there and get killed.
Yeah.
And if you can't make it that way, we'll just ship across the Red Sea. The Navy literally said, we're not protecting you.
I saw some ship from Thailand was like gonna take the chance, roll the dice. Boom! Blown the f up by Iran! Access denied, mother truckers! Now nobody's crossing except America's enemies.
We got to get that oil over here because somehow we're in charge of all the oil for our hair gel. And like, you got to go over here and get shot. And maybe you'll get through. Good luck.
And that could make the situation even worse.
We f***ed up so bad.
You know, I wouldn't even be on that boat. If I was a dude working on that boat because these are private, personal people, I'd be like, no, dude. I'm like, fuck, I got a sick day.
Prices in Pakistan could rise sharply.
I got the mental health flu. No, I'm not going to work, dude. Figure out how to power your own boat. I ain't doing it. I know a lot of people that run the boats on the Great Lakes. And if this was on the Great Lakes, they'd be like, oh, no, I'm going home and like planting some tomatoes. I ain't doing that. Like, you can't even get out. Like, people at our embassy, we didn't even tell our embassy people, go home. We're just like, oh.
Yeah, apparently we didn't learn our lesson with the first Iran hostage situation.
Yeah, like normally we'd be like, hey guys, we're about to bomb. You should go home and we'll help you go home. No, we're just like, we bombed. People are pissed at you. Sucks to be you.
We're showing the whole world we don't care about Americans abroad. We don't care about our allies. You're just puppets. We don't care about little schoolgirls. We don't care about drowning sailors.
We don't even got allies anymore, dude. I do not. Qatar told us to fuck off. Pakistan told us to fuck off.
We just need to withdraw from everywhere in the world and save all this money that we need now that we were spending on those bases and just start over and reassess our situation. We can blame Trump if we gotta have a scapegoat, whatever. Blame Trump. Let's do it.
Yeah, we are at the point where all of Europe hates us. All of everybody hates us.
Yeah, even France was like, fuck this shit. We're building more nukes, and we're not going to tell anybody how many nukes we're building. We can't trust anybody.
Yeah, everybody hates us. Even in the Middle East, nobody's helping us. Even in the Middle East. It is literally America and Israel right now.
Ultimately, we're not going to have to worry about these issues in the Strait of Hormuz because
oh my
we're gonna
God.
get all of the oil out of the hands of terrorists.
The States conducted this operation with a very clear goal in mind.
Yes, because now we have to steal more Venezuelan oil.
A lot of people are saying that we went to war with Venezuela first to get their oil for this war in Iran. And if that's the case, this is definitely some dumb bullshit plan that Marco Rubio came up with. Trump keeps bombing these countries because he's got Marco Rubio in one ear, Lindsey Graham in the other ear. Like, we need some hair gel too. We gotta get some more hair gel. Bomb the shit out of them so we can get their oil. Come on, Don. What are you doing? Heck out all the hair gel.
We would suffer much higher casualties.
Wear your shoes I bought you and put your hair gel in and your makeup's on.
We knew that would precipitate an attack against America.
We need a president who's bald. No hair gel. That's the only president who I'll ever trust.
you know, if they didn't want that to happen, maybe they shouldn't have been funding terror groups and antagonizing a world superpower like America.
We are the terror group.
And this is what I think is ridiculous, right? Is that
Osmongold is such a dirty, nasty piece of shit. He doesn't even have hair gel. He doesn't even wash his hair. He doesn't need it. He's in it because he loves the game. He loves being a grifter and talking about how America blowing up little schoolgirls is in her interest. Holy fuck. Stop listening to this guy.
And you know,
temporary short-term pain.
Pause that for a second.
Some short-term.
I don't want short-term pain. I'm sick of short-term pain. It seems like since I graduated high school, it's been short-term pain for 20 fucking years. For what? What do I gain or benefit from this?
And you know how much we are responsible for this shit as a party? I don't say we because it wasn't me. The Mises Coffee.
Them
Dave
ringleaders
Smith has
that
how
brought
many
Trump to our
followers?
convention.
Dave Smith, Tom Woods, Clint Russell, all the ones, the redheaded, all of them told people to vote for this. And now they're apologizing. I didn't vote for this. Yes, you did.
You did. You said if we didn't vote for this.
And Clint, they're all on a, what do you call it? I f***ed up tour. I can't even think of the word right now.
Rage
I didn't
against
mean
the war
to do
machine
this.
we did. Voted
Yes,
for.
so, you know, keep listening to me because now, because I did hate watch a couple of them this week. Oh, this is all bad and this is all, no, this is what you voted for. You voted for this. You encouraged people. You lied about Chase Oliver and called him names and said stupid shit. And he followed.
They said if we didn't vote for this, we would get this.
Yeah.
And now we have this because they convinced people to vote for
Chase
this.
Oliver was like, whether you like him or hate him, was dead on with our platform as it is written today. Every time. And you called him a commie. You called him a groomer.
Yeah.
You called him shit.
Yeah.
And you're saying you didn't vote for this, but you did. You voted for every bit of this when you lied about a very good little dude.
And why are these motherfuckers still being invited in all these shows to be libertarian pundits? They were dead ass wrong. They don't represent us. We want a libertarian pundit that promoted Chase Oliver and voted for him, not some Trump stooge who feels bad now. Oh, I messed up.
Yeah, but they don't get the PAC money and they don't go to Turning Point USA events and they're not the popular kids. Because that's the problem. Like, I listen to the get very few views libertarian people. And I listen to the Democrats and I listen to the Republicans. And occasionally I listen to Dave Smith. But when I'm listening to the Democrats, they're using Dave Smith. I have seen Dave Smith on like Midas Touch probably 15 times in the last month, showing that libertarians voted for this. And yet somehow we're fighting for this party. That's why I went off in that meeting the other day. It's like, what am I fighting for? I'm fighting for this war. I'm fighting for Midas Touch to sit here and say, yeah, the Libertarian Party was all behind this. Because Dave Smith. Because he's the god of libertarians. They were like, how many people do you get to join? They're like, how many people do you get to join the party? Oh, very few. But do you know how many I have walking around going anti-war messages, taxation is theft messages? I had 15-year-old kids writing taxation is theft on my garage door. Like, you look at my garage door, it says taxation is theft. I didn't do that. 15-year-old kids did because I taught them. I had 15-year-old kids coming to me, Aunt Dana, I got in trouble at school. Why? Well, because I called it indoctrination and said it was all a lie. I was like, well, and their moms are like, stop telling him that. I was like, well, then you have to stop bringing him over. And these kids are 26 and still come to my house as like part of my family. You know, it's like, that's what I've created. That's why I yelled about this in that stupid meeting the other day, too. I was like, what are you doing in your community to build your community, to teach people? We're not going to vote our way out of this. Libertarians are never going to have power. We were never supposed to have power. We were supposed to bring people to the thing, get a soapbox, pendejos. You know, it's like,
The whole point of the party was to get people up on the debate stage with the status, make them look stupid, wake people up from their slumbers, watching their little TVs.
To get that percentage enough.
Promote the message of liberty,
Yeah,
unadulterated.
we were supposed to get that percentage enough to get the people on the stage.
Yeah.
To talk about the things. We were never supposed to rule. Winning was supposed to be a byproduct, but all the time it's like, oh my God, we have to get candidates, and that's our whole purpose as a political party, to run candidates.
Right now, it is so much easier to convince Republicans and Democrats to leave their majority party than it is to convince people to join the Libertarian Party. So I don't know. I guess that's the fault entirely of inept libertarian leadership. Maybe it's the fault of libertarians electing inept leadership, but all we're doing is helping out the independents.
Yeah, leave the majority parties. And, you know, people can't be true agorists. Like, occasionally you're going to have to go to the Walmart or whatever. But as much as you can grow and sell and trade and barter, and it works, man.
The thing about political parties is it draws the most evil, f***ed up people imaginable to it. It's like a beacon to these people. All they think about all day is how to get power for themselves, and I guess they think a political party is like the avenue of least resistance in achieving that power. They want to be the queen ant, and they want to get high up enough on the totem pole where they can control all the other
Yeah, we're going
ants.
to control a political party that has no power. We can't do shit. We have a low activity thing. Like, nobody wants to be on committees or do anything.
Yeah, exactly. Like, nobody wants to do anything. They leave it to like the key players that are always doing everything, and it's like, oh my God, we got to get out of this. Like, we need more active people. Yeah,
we used to have volunteers. Yeah, we used to have volunteers coming out of our asshole, and then now, since 2023, I mean, half our people are gone.
Yeah, same here. They're just gonna leave the party. That's the path of least resistance. People take the path of least resistance every time.
Well, that's like the quick rundown of what happened in Michigan. Was the people said, Andrew, you're full of shit, because he wanted to auto-ascend and own the world. They're like, no, you're full of shit. Yes, our chair and vice chair quit because of Reno, but we're going to vote. And they decided to vote. And even Andrew's lawyer at the time, because he got a lawyer, said, no, these people are going to vote. Like, do it. The body rules, whatever. And then he had a JC stacked that did this, which created the lawsuit against our people. After 3 years of fighting, people are done. And I don't blame them. Our greatest activists are done.
They just want clout and prestige. What do they do in Michigan when they were the chair, but they're not anymore? What do they call themselves? Like, not the former chair, but...
Oh, they're calling themselves emeritus now.
Oh, look at me. I am the emeritus chair. Like, these people want noble titles.
And emeritus is not a title that you give yourself.
They gave it to themselves.
Yeah. So Justin did that when he quit. Connor did that. They're emeritus. It's like weird. Nobody gave you that title, you stupid.
They're just in it for clout.
But they get that.
They're in it for clout. They just want a noble title so they can go be pundits on Tim Pool. So yeah, you guys just had a big meeting in Michigan a couple weeks ago. You have the infamous Chatterton infecting your state.
Chatterton is a whiny baby, and I was mean to him a lot. And it was fun. Good. It was great fun. I had great fun.
I wonder if when Chatterton goes to the drive-thru at Wendy's, if he's like,
I have a point of information for the manager. How much bacon is my triple-decker bacon McDouble gonna have? Because people trying to destroy the Wendy's have been shorting me, and I'd like to call the question on this too. Oh, and as we all know, Dana is trying to destroy the Wendy's.
And you said mean things to me, so I have to whine about that for like 5 minutes. Oh, and wait, my dude from Hawaii's got to weigh in. That motherfucker's been to our... As soon as Andrew got to the board, we got Hawaii showing up. We got that Bruce Thon with his helicopter throwing people out, his Pinochet helicopter. Yeah, he's bringing all his buddies over just to watch us and bitch at us in the thing. People watching those meetings, listening to Chatterton, seeing what he's done. I mean, we literally kind of got him to admit that he was the one holding. He kept trying to say, "Oh no, I'm not holding the money up," but everything that came out of his mouth was proof that he's the only one that isn't letting the money go.
For those who don't know, Michigan at one point had 2 state affiliates competing with each other, and the bank didn't know who the hell the money belonged to, so the courts basically are holding on to it. But now that's over. There's 1 state affiliate, so all the parties involved in this dispute have basically signed off, except the self-proclaimed emeritus chair, Andrew Chatterton. He's got problems still. So he's not going to sign this $40,000 over to the state party, which he's also a board member of, and now the treasurer has to pay for everything out of his own pocket. And somehow there's all these people in Michigan who aren't aware of all the f***ed up shit Andrew Chatterton's done, and they're not voting to remove him from the board for delaying the $40,000 from returning to the party bank account.
They are aware. What they're abstaining on is we had 2 votes, one to remove Dave Franklin and one to remove Andrew Chatterton.
Okay,
that's what they're abstaining on.
They don't want to get their hands dirty?
And
It's not even getting your hands dirty. You're cleaning. You're cleaning the party. Your hands are already dirty. Get the dirt out.
One of them came at the end and said, I voted against this, even though Andrew's doing all these things that are things, but I just thought it was useless, so I just voted no. Or if he voted no or he was staying, I can't remember. But it's like, so it's useless, but he's up. At least put your voice out there to say, hey, little dude, you're up. Maybe what you did as an afterthought was good, but no. And then we keep wanting to try to put Trevor Stepp in charge of things. He's just one of Andrew's sycophants. And it's just, you can't make this shit up. It's like, come on, guys. We have gone through this since 2023. That's why I was losing it. I was momming everybody. I was like, why? What are we doing here? What are we doing?
I don't even get what motivates them so much, because they show up to these meetings. They don't even know how to vote. They got to have someone texting them mid-meeting telling them how to vote. So they don't even have their own thoughts in their head. And it's just like, especially with Mises in particular, it's very top-down, you worship your leader, you're super proud of your leader, you do all this work for your leader, they do virtually nothing for you in exchange, but you're sticking it to the libs, and you don't need independent thought as long as you're sticking it to the libs.
They're cults. If I have to resort to being told who to vote for, why the am I doing this? It came about making it into what they wanted it to be. They don't really want independent thought.
No.
They don't really want libertarianism.
No.
I mean, like the other guy we were trying to remove, he was like, I can't even tell you all the quotes. Angie read some of them. It was like a bunch of shit that was going on that stupid libertarian main national Discord.
Yeah.
And he saying all kinds of stuff and pretty freaking racist and very pro ICE and pro, like, certain people were lessers, and then he doubled down in our meeting. Like, people took screenshots. It's on my page of where he like put a dude with a turban, and I can't even remember what he said.
Oh my
just God. Racist, statist, BS.
Yeah.
And we couldn't remove him from our board either.
What's critical about this point? I don't want forever war. You don't want forever war, but neither does President Trump.
Yes, he does.
Spoken out against forever wars for his entire public life. Probably, if you and I are being very honest with ourselves, President Trump probably spoke out against forever wars before either of us did.
No, he didn't.
Why?
History will never forgive him. If you don't have a war with Iran, history will never forgive you.
So does his old lady run her fingers through?
And I mean specifically
that?
You, the press, specifically you, the press corps, because you cheer against Trump so hard.
That was why I asked.
In your DNA and in your
blood,
blood,
there's someone who
against Trump
touches
because you want him not to be successful so bad.
Like my little man has long hair and it's pink flowing, and I don't think
Maybe she makes him take a shower when he gets home from work.
we're gonna have sex shift to take a shower because I want to run my hand.
Let's get that off. You've been talking all this dirty shit on press conferences all day. I don't like it. Just take a shower, cleanse yourself.
Spin it in every way we can to try to cause doubt.
It was just a thought. I just thought, man, if I ran my fingers through that, I'd be so gross.
Brave pilots.
We all say you couldn't even the smell. Like it's like we don't even want to walk in the smell. We're like, what is that smell?
I don't know, fly a plane for 36 hours.
It's just a thought, like a random. That is just so gross.
Have we done the story? How hard that is? Have we done it 2 or 3 times?
Okay, bad.
So that American people understand. How about how
The terrorist leaders are gone. We're counting down the minutes until they will be gone. Think of it. We had leaders, and they're gone. Then we had new leaders, and they're gone. And now nobody has any idea who the people are.
I want that for us.
Of the country.
I want all our leaders to be
relent
gone.
until the
And
enemy
if
is
they make
totally
more
and
leaders, I want those leaders to be gone too. Why can't we have that?
You'll concede this is war. We haven't declared war. They declared war on us, but we haven't. Secretary Hicks. We haven't declared war. They've called it war. What I was saying. Okay, well that was a misspoke. What I was saying that they declared war on us, but war is ugly. It always has been ugly. But we're at a.
That's the new
out a regime that's been trying to attack us for quite some time.
But that's the new Christy Noam. What the would Israel do if Yellowstone went off and we needed some serious help? Nothing. What are they gonna do for us?
They're not gonna do anything for us. So we have to super secret special building, special law.
They'll send us back the money we already sent them. That's what they'll do. Money that's worthless now.
Right. Oh, and like millions of Americans are trying to figure out their health care. Israel has free health care. When he was in favor of Trump and they were besties, did he use more hair? I don't know. I have to go back. We have to go back one day.
To see if Tucker wore more hair gel on Fox News.
We have to go back and watch Fox News clips and see if he wore the hair gels.
Is going to deal with this. And the explanation from the beginning has been Trump isn't conservative. And, of course, he's not an orthodox conservative. But the implication is his voters aren't either. If you look at the...
Like, we're too interventionary. We get too involved into other people's business.
Oh, I like it now.
It's a waste of our money. The people
like
there
the
probably hate us. Yeah. Where's really the upside here, right? Stay out of it. Yeah, exactly. Now, I'm not saying like we should be totally isolationist, but I think that the level that that we try to play nation building, especially in places like this, like like Libya, for example, back in the day, or Iraq. No, absolutely not. Yeah, it's too much, man. What?
Oh my God.
I am so happy this has happened. I am just dramatically, tremendously happy this has happened. I know that, obviously I've talked about it for a long time, about how big of a problem Iran is and everything. I was a big supporter of us.
There are people out there who are principled with their messaging, and they're consistent, and they're generally always right about everything, because it's not hard to predict how these bad calls are going to turn out, and they're not flip-floppers.
I flip-flop. I mean, I'm a flip-flopper. I flip-flop throughout parties. I'm like, whatever. But I'm not a flip-flopper on my principles, and I never have been.
That I supported. You supported. The man that
I wish she would resign.
In Iraq. The man that said no more.
I don't get why she didn't just serve out the rest of her term. Like, what are you doing?
It on the campaign. J.D. Vance promised it. Tulsi Gabbard promised it. All of them promised it. And we're a year in, and we're in another war. And we've got American troops being killed. I think it's time for America to rip the Band-Aid off, and we need to have a serious conversation.
She's got some J-Lo outfit on.
Happening to this country, and who in the hell are these decisions being made for, and who is making these decisions?
But our view has been very clear that we don't want a regime change.
The United States should not be intervening to overthrow these dictators and these regimes that we don't like. There are bad people in the world, but history has shown us.
Bitch, if you really believe that, like truly do believe that, then you would be resigning like Joe Kent. Like right the now. Resign. It sends a message.
We end up causing loss of life, both American lives and the lives of people in these countries.
Remember Trump's first term? His whole cabinet resigned at one point. They just kept resigning. We need that to happen now.
The Ayatollah. Oh, really? What comes next? What comes after regime change? Might be, oh, well, we need a small number of U.S. troops to support the new regime.
Our president will start a war with Iran because he has absolutely no ability to negotiate. He's weak and he's ineffective.
My country is under airstrikes from your criminal regime, your Epstein regime. My country, the people in my city are being slaughtered by your garbage regime. And you don't know anything about Iran, and you just talk and talk and talk, and you're afraid of me saying a single sentence. Iran is being bombed by your regime. Our children are being slaughtered. As we speak, your regime is bombing my country. Just one final sentence. Your problem is that we are independent and that we do not accept the Epstein class that rapes and murders little kids. We don't accept them murdering our kids. We will not allow your regime to kill our kids and get away with it.
Now, there are multiple interceptions that are taking place over Israel's second largest city of Tel Aviv.
And Trey, what are you?
Okay.
You're going to tell, and you can.
It's not going to get taken out because we've spent billions of dollars on a defense system that does not work. Billions of dollars. Hundreds of billions of dollars. And they want 200 billion more dollars on their defense system that doesn't work.
We heard that in 2024 in the election too.
Our military gets $1 trillion a year, and we're out of ammunition in a couple weeks. And we need to spend $200 billion more dollars. That's $3,500 into every household. Instead, but we're going to spend it on missiles that don't work. That's what we're going to do. That's putting America first.
Making any of these arguments.
That's just insane.
That's not a word. Imagine all the bombs. They sparkle.
And we're doing very well on the war front, to put it mildly, I would say. Somebody said, on a scale of 10, where would you rate it? I said about a 15.
Wouldn't there be 0 American casualties for a 10 out of 10?
I literally am so sick of that. I don't care what the he does, but he needs to learn to count. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to go up 10. 1,500%. I mean,
this is going to get me in trouble, but I got to say it. This administration thought blowing up the supreme leader of Iran would cause celebration in the streets of Iran? No. They were close, but it's reversed. Reverse uno. If Iran blows up the president of the United States and his administration, there will be celebration in the streets of America. Coast to coast, big Mardi Gras celebration. People are going to be flashing each other, throwing beads. Shia LaBeouf's going to get in the fights. It's going to be fucking bad.
Operation called Semper Fi.
Oh, cool. The Crypt Creeper wants us to bomb Lebanon for Israel. Awesome. Cool. Another war, another country, another day.
Mothership. There's aliens.
Settle the score.
I really hate this argument they keep using where they keep saying Iran killed all our troops in the Iraq war. Oh, okay, so you're going to justify going to another war because of a war we shouldn't even been in to begin with, where our troops got killed.
Yeah, they say that all the time. You lost Americans. Yeah, because you put them there.
And what's going to happen when we put ground troops in Iran? They're going to get killed. And then 20 years later, they're going to use them getting killed as the reason to go to war with Turkey or wherever the fuck else we're going to war with. Russia, China, whatever, Iceland, Greenland. War never ends land.
Right, because you convinced poor kids that they would get college money because they had to go to college, so they better go die real quick so that they can have college in the afterlife. I don't know, dude.
We're gonna put more kids in Iran to play Squid Games and
Simon says, and when they get shot the hell up, they're gonna be like, oh, well, China used satellite intel to help them, so then we're going to war China. Oh, Russia helped them get missiles. Yep, now we gotta go with Russia.
Because somehow the Middle East
attack Iran to destroy its
our world.
Its missiles.
Yeah.
And because and we had learned, the US had learned that if Israel did that.
See, now we're not even, I mean, we might be being funny, but we're getting kind of angry because
I'm getting so angry. This war in particular makes me very hostile. It makes me feel the T word. I feel bad things. Bad thoughts are happening to me. I want to overthrow the government of the United States of America. I don't give a about the collateral damage either. It needs to happen. Or we're going to end up in a wasteland like Nazi Germany in 1945. Do we want that? Do we want another wall across the country? Do we want to keep feeding this war machine with kids' lives that are a quarter of the age of Donald Trump? We need to put boots on the ground in Washington, D.C. and end this once and for all.
The only way we're going to win this is if the Michigan Libertarian Party has another 5-hour meeting every month. It's the only way we're going to win this.
One more 5-hour meeting.
Yes. 5 hours. And then we'll win it all. We won't even be at war. We won't have to look at them on the stage anymore. I think we should have a 5-hour meeting every other day. I'm gonna write an email to the Libertarian Party of Michigan board right now.
This is some Iranian propaganda. I don't know why they use Legos, but I'll be right back.
Oh, dude, that's good propaganda.
I know, right? I think this is significantly less cringy than the video game propaganda that America is putting out. They keep putting out like videos of like Grand Theft Auto and things blowing up, and it's like trying to appeal to Gen Z. Gen Z does not like the Trump administration. Yeah. Gen Z is running around saying "fuck ICE" all day, and then the war in Iran happened.
That backpack. So you were gone when they did the backpack? That backpack was from the school. That's the blowback.
Against the world.
So he's sitting there with the backpack that was probably his kids going, you bitches.
We just handed them the biggest propaganda victory ever. Blowing up that school, that basically ended the war in our loss.
Yeah.
We lost the war the second the school blew up. We're done.
That's why none of them will help us.
Yeah.
All of our friends in the Middle East are like, you.
We've proven to our allies we don't care about anyone else but Israel.
Over 100 of these missiles.
So you've got 350 million Americans. Yeah. They voted in this last election on the basis, in part, of the promise no more wars. Okay? So now we're about to have a war. Looks like 80% of people are against it. In that range, let's say 70%, but nowhere near majority support for this war. And it's not direct democracy, but it is a form of democracy. It's representative democracy.
The ultimate form of democracy in our system, in a republic, because we're not a true democracy, we're a republic.
Exactly, right? It's a mediated democracy.
It'll be an opportunity for Americans to vote if they think that we've made the wrong policy decisions. I personally think the president is making the right policy decisions.
But I guess, but you just said it matters deeply what Americans think, and if the overwhelming majority are against it,
does matter.
In what sense does it matter? Because what I hear is it matters what they think, but it doesn't matter what they think.
No, you take it in, you certainly ingest that.
And then what do you do with it once you ingest it?
Then you make sure that you have
throw it up.
It goes out the other end, obviously. No.
Israel was warned it was coming, but this was Iran's revenge. Almost 200 ballistic missiles raining in.
I need to take my glasses off for that conversation. Dave is on his redemption arc too.
Intentionally making an attack that wouldn't really hurt anybody.
Voted for this, you can't.
War, which Iran has done over and over again. But now we've pushed them to the point where they probably don't feel that they have the option not to respond.
Oh, but wait, you convinced all of your viewers to vote for Trump.
Impotent leader to be sitting.
So why are you even talking?
Back to the negotiating table.
Why are you even on making points?
FDR should be
and no offense
for this. All of his supporters should turn on him. It's the absolute
Here
betrayal
we are.
of everything that he ran.
Sure, all the libertarians should vote.
And I will say, despite the
Trump.
fact that, you know,
we have this suit and a suit, and this bitch in a suit, and we have him in a sweatshirt and a headset. Join the Libertarian Party because this dude said to vote for Trump, and now he's saying not to vote for Trump.
Yeah, trust him.
He didn't even bother like comb his hair before the interview. Like I always comb my hair like once a day.
And if you'll notice, Dave Smith's got a lot of hair gel in his hair, just like Matt Gaetz.
Weapons. But what you're seeing
they must not have women that touch their hair.
That's
this
not
guy definitely.
I just walked past my husband in the living room and touched his hair. But if his hair was like that, I wouldn't want to touch it.
That some people in this country lost faith in the military and the capacity to use that military to defend us is because we had a woke Pentagon. Because we had a military who, at the very highest levels, not the warfighters, was forced
This dude
to fight
literally
a
looks
less
like
than full
Dr.
fight.
Evil
What
from
you're seeing
Austin
now,
Powers.
Jack.
I'm trying to figure out how we had a woke.
I'll tell you why the Department of Defense was woke.
Us having a hangover from the
They were
wars in
woke.
Iraq and Afghanistan. I thought that
Because it
was
was called
very
the
clever.
Department of Defense, okay? Now it's called the Department of War. So stop dead naming it and realize that we don't have a bunch of femboys in the Pentagon anymore.
So we named it the Department of Defense in the 1940s. Was woke even a word then?
Harry Truman style of woke.
And waking up with that hangover, but no. And we can trace this all the way back, end of World War II, 2 years afterward, 1947. We changed the Department of War to the Department of Defense. And ever since then, our track record was not that great, leading all the way up to the disastrous draw.
Right, because we were called the Department of Defense when we were warring. Now we have to make it match.
Of war. Precision language reflects precision and thought.
We have to match
and
the
since
drapes
we
with the
changed that
couch.
name to the Department of War, and we have new leadership
Our couch
in
is
there,
war.
with on the ground
Our
experience
couch
in Iraq
is
and
war,
Afghanistan.
and the drapes
You and
were
I both know
defense.
many of the
We
people in the
have to make it
administration
all
that
work.
did serve.
It's not Donald Trump's kids that will have to go fight and die for their draft dodging dad.
I really hate
not the
how the
children of
Democrats
of the
keep
billionaire
throwing this
Epstein
insult
class.
at Trump
It's
for calling
working
him a
class
draft
kids
dodger.
who are gonna put their lives on the line.
Draft dodging is a
Shame
good
on
thing.
Republicans.
You
I'm
should
sick of
dodge
this
the
BS.
draft.
We're
You
spending
should not go
$billions
die
a day
for these
on a
80-year-old
war,
men
and we
who
can't
have
get
like 5 years
Republicans
left, if
to
even.
join us to expand health care in America. How the hell is this America
Canada is not
first?
very far away, and if
guys
you live in the
broke
South,
Trump's campaign promise.
you can
Good
immigrate
luck
to
with
Cuba.
that.
Like,
I
you
hope
know,
the defense
Well, they're
fire
going to
your
war
money
with Cuba
is
next,
worth it.
so
Shame
you
on
might
you
want to
all.
skip out on that
The
one.
mask is off.
go to
You're
the
all
Dominican
just
Republic or
puppets.
Jamaica
Yeah.
or Puerto Rico. Or...
America is literally just playing a big game of chicken with bombs and just like always winning. Oh no, we're always losing because how to win chicken is to not bomb them first and hold off as long as you can. Let the other person bomb you.
So, like again, I'm going to say treasonous words. Like they deserve to bomb us.
And the Department of Defense has made this very
It's
clear.
their turn.
I feel like we're due up. We've done way too many things, bad things, and we can't keep getting away with it. We're a threat to ourselves. That's what we need to work
There's a
on.
bazillion. Okay, there's a ton of Americans that think we blew up the Trade Center too. So, just saying.
We got problems. This country got serious problems. We're only 250
We're
years
the fucking
old.
bullies. You know the
got,
bullies
like-
on the playground that we warn our children about? That's us.
Yeah.
And
We're the kid that your parents don't want you to hang out with. We're the kid that comes over for the play date and steals shit from your house and stuff. And you'll start to notice things are missing. We're the kid that'll like beat up the kid who invited him over. And you're just like, what is wrong with that kid? We're like the kid from Toy Story that takes the toys and mutilates them and waterboards them and stitches them back together and experiments and creates an unholy red, white, and blue nightmare scene for all our neighbors to gawk at. That's us.
I was I was I was gonna go even further back than Toy Story. Have you okay. Look, youngin, have you ever seen a show called Leave It to Beaver? Eddie Haskell, the bad friend.
Okay.
It was always so polite and so nice, but he was like a piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
We are the Eddie Haskell of this situation.
Yeah. We're the bad kid, not in a cool way.
We're like, really? We kiss up to the parents and then we do evil shit? I think I've asked this before, but how the heck are we the keepers of who has weapons that we own?
Sovereign countries have the inherent right to build whatever nuclear weapon they deem necessary to defend themselves.
But only we can have those weapons. And the only country who's ever detonated those types of weapons?
Yeah, us.
But somehow we're the arbitrators of who gets to have the things that
we
can't be trusted with. You know the fancy plane they gave Trump? You should just refill it.
They're fighting the Epstein
Right?
class that either rape little girls or bomb little girls. This is the government that we are.
I don't have no volume,
witnessing.
dude.
We are going to fight back
You're
against
muted.
that government.
Oh, my
and
mute.
they're going to ensure
I just said they should put
that
him in
the
his
Islamic
plane
Republic of
and
Iran
fly him to
will
Iran
live
to be their
many years
prisoner
after
and just be
America
like, hey,
destroys
can we have peace now? Here's the dude who did this to you.
Oh, yeah. No
Here's Marco Rubio, too. Do you want him, too? We'll give you him, too. Do you want Lindsey Graham? We'll send them all three of them to you.
We need a bigger plane. Like in Jaws, where they're like, we need a bigger boat. We need a bigger plane.
And they should build nuclear weapons. Look at every other country that has nuclear weapons. Do we with them ever? No.
Why are they buried in the mountains for the same reason hotheads bury their shit? Because like, you can't have it.
Because it can just quickly make it 90. They have all the elements. They have. Why do
I'm burning sage for the entire everybody.
No, but that's a question. That's a question of intent.
I need sage. This has made me dirty.
It was that program.
These people are legitimately possessed by demons. Not to sound like Angela McArdle, but I think these people are possessed by demons. I mean, just look how evil he looks. Like, look at his eyes. He's got death eyes. None of these missile interceptors are working. We gave out a contract and we're getting a product that doesn't work because there's no bid contracts for the military industrial complex.
Our soldiers are gonna be in Israel, right now as we speak, in order to defend the Israelis. Do the Israelis pay for our military? Are they the ones who are shelling out $1 trillion a year for our military? No, they're not. We pay for our military. Why are our soldiers based in Israel? Why do we have F-22 Raptors in Israel in order to protect Israel?
This bitch is my new best friend.
I mean, when you look, I mean, they're sending in much less drones. They're being decimated now. You know, at some point, I don't think there'll be anybody left, maybe, to say we surrender.
Isn't that a Holocaust then? If we kill literally every single person in Iran, there's no one left to surrender. Why would we do that?
Well, because they're brown.
Hey, they've got oil for their hair.
And they're the wrong religion. And they have
They want to build a special building that's not cool with our special building.
We're going to blow the hell out of these people.
We're going to blow the hell out of people. I'm Lindsey Graham.
It is going to be.
And like some reason, Grinder keeps dying, so I gotta bomb people because I'm really pissed. I'm really pissed that Iran doesn't have fucking Grinder.
No one elected you as our commander-in-chief. Shut the f*** up. Get off the national scene. You've disgraced yourself and endangered our troops long enough.
We got a new
People are going
Megyn
to change
Kelly.
their minds over the coming days and weeks, one way or the other. But my own feeling is no one should have to die for a foreign country. I don't think those 4 service members died for the United States. I think they died for Iran or for Israel.
I do like her redemption arc. Well, I guess our final thoughts are okay. So, since I didn't get to leave the gulag this time because I was like way too anti all the happy gulag talking points, and I questioned too much stuff. Can someone send me a picture, a big, not picture, what do you call it? The poster. I need a poster of Rita Hayworth because I hear that when you have a poster of Rita Hayworth, you can like tunnel under it and get out of Shawshank and whatnot. Not that this gulag is Shawshank. And it doesn't have to be Rita Hayworth. Like it could be a picture of Britney Spears. I don't care. I just need a picture on my wall so I can dig a tunnel to get me out of gulag so I can get out of America because the entire world is about to bomb us. And I would like to go to Canada. Canada sounds fun. So my gulag is very close to Canada. So I could just like get the poster.
You could just
get it
tunnel
out,
there.
and if somebody would leave me a canoe right at the edge of like Oregon, I could like canoe over to the St. Mary's and then canoe up it and be in Canada. It'll work. It'll work, dude. So I need a poster of Rita Hayworth or someone, then a canoe, and we're good. All right. That's how I would like to close. Other than that, the parole board is like, fuck you, bitch. You need to like get home.
Yeah, we're definitely not getting out of the gulag this time. Our next episode is going to be Gulag Libertarian Jeopardy. We've got 6 contestants, 3 teams, West River, South Dakota, East River, South Dakota, Michigan. Our categories are going to be Epstein, ICE, and the war in Iran. So that should be fun. Check that out. We're going to be hosting our first movie night soon. Our first movie is going to be The Family on Netflix. That was recommended as a conspiracy flick by Tamara. So if you want to join that, you'll have to join our Discord. There'll be a link somewhere around the video. If you enjoyed this content, make sure you follow us on X at Gulag Graffiti. That's the same for Facebook and YouTube too. Oh my gosh, yeah, and one more thing. Apparently, this nuclear bomb shelter company came out and said that a lot of Trump cabinet officials are ordering nuclear bomb shelters and they want them done as soon as possible, expedited. So just know that. And you know, when you think about it, 250 years is a really good run. You can't find anybody in Iran that's better at English? Like, come on! Or maybe we blew them all up.
I need to take my glasses off for that conversation.
I just got 20 more years to my sentences down to the mines.
You might be getting hung.
I feel bad things. Bad thoughts are happening to me.